All right, boys and girls, here is where you're going to be practicing input-output tables. I really hope you watch the other YouTube video first because then you may not know what's going on if you don't. All right, so input we know is what we're putting in. The rule is what you do to the input, and the output is what happens afterwards. So in this input, I'm doing something to a number. I add 6, a 27 pops out. So what would I have to add plus 6 to get 27? You might have to use your whiteboard to figure it out. 21 plus 6 would equal 27. A way you could have done that is maybe subtract 27 from 26. Because remember, input's what you're putting in first, then adding 6. Those are a little bit more difficult. You have to work backwards. This time we have the 8. You have the 8 as your input, so you put the 8 in, put it into your machine. The rule is plus 6, so 8 plus 6, I know, would be 14. Next, I have a 9. I put the 9 in first. The machine does something to it. We know it's plus 6. So 9 plus 6 is going to equal 15. Next one, we have 13. So we're putting an input of 13 in. So I put the 13 in the machine. 13 plus 6 would equal 19. And this last one for this rule, we don't know what we put in, but we know whatever we put in, we added 6 to get 9. So what do I add to 6 to get an output of 9? It would have to be 3. So your input is what you're putting in. So if you have it blank when you start off, you're going to do the opposite rule. So since I did not know what this input was, instead of me doing 9 plus 6, I would have to work backwards and do 9 minus 6 to get 3. Let's look at this next table. We'll do this one together as well. All right, so I'm starting off with a number. I take away 8, so I don't know what my input is. So I can't just do minus 8 when I don't know what the input is. And then I get 5. What would I have had to subtract from 8? What would I have had to take 8 from to get 5? Since I don't know my input, I'm going to work opposite. 5 plus 8 would equal 13. Okay? I don't know my input, so I know that means I have to work backwards again. I don't know my input, but whatever that was, I took 8 away and got 13. So since I don't know my input, I'm going to work backwards. 13 plus 8 would equal 21. Those are a little bit more challenging when you don't know the input. So if you need help on that, let me know. This time, I know the input. Hallelujah. I have 27. I put a 27 in. Take away 8. 27 minus 8 would equal 19. Next one, I have 15. I do 15. Take away 8. So my 15 is my input. I take away 8. I get 7. I do 11. Take away 8. And I get 3. Okay, so that's the first table. You have a few others you're doing. You have a plus 8 and a minus 3 as your rule. A times 5 and a divided by 3. If you need to use your multiplication chart to do those, you can. You should still have those from when you took them home over the last time we had virtual learning. You have times 6 divided by 7. And those are it. So only 3 more tables to fill out. And if you need to use your multiplication chart, you can. All right. Let me know if you need help.